Hello, everybody. I am Brian Donohue. I am a principal security specialist here at Red Canary, and today I'm going to be talking about some of our findings as they relate to identity from the 2025 Threat Detection Report's mid-year update. So the reason I'm talking about identity is, yet again, it's a major trend in the report this year. We reported in the annual 2025 Threat Detection Report that we were seeing increases in the number of identity detections. Those increases have continued and even expanded, and we've seen more identity-related detections in the first half of this year than we have in any other year. So massive increase, and today I kind of want to talk about why that is. So the big reason for that massive increase in identity-related detections has to do with the way that we have expanded our detection coverage for identity threats, and namely the way we're using agentic AI to gather information about identities from identity providers and use that to create user baseline reports that provide a great deal of context about what a normal login looks like and what an abnormal login looks like. So your identity provider is going to collect a ton of information about you. It uses that information to generate alerts when it thinks that it sees an anomalous login. So what we've been able to do using AI technologies is collect that identity telemetry continuously and build out these normal user baseline reports, right? So it says things like Brian is usually checking in from Virginia on a macOS device on the Chrome browser between these hours, right? And so now when we see an anomalous login that deviates from that, we can flag it and say, hey, we think this is potentially suspicious or malicious, whether it's because I'm logging in from Mexico, or maybe it's because I'm logging in through a consumer VPN device, or from a Windows machine, or on a different browser, or whatever the case may be. And as we have implemented that technology, we have been able to much more quickly and much more accurately identify anomalous logins and flag them for our customers to investigate further. The key actionable insight as it relates to identities in the mid-year update for the threat detection report that I would offer is kind of an abstract or maybe a philosophical one. Now, I encourage everyone to go back to the 2025 threat detection report, the full annual version, go to that identity section. There's plenty of concrete guidance in there about like what you can do to mitigate identity threats. However, the one big thing from the mid-year update, I think, is this idea of shifting your focus for detection slightly from just concerning yourself with known confirmed threats to thinking more about risks. And the reason why this is important is because an identity detection is sometimes a really good starting point for investigation. You see a login that's sketchy, but you don't immediately know whether it's outright malicious or not. So you kind of have to accept that your accuracy might go down a little bit because you're looking for these logins that are suspicious and high risk. And then you can later investigate them to figure out whether or not, that identity went and did suspicious stuff in follow-on systems, or if it was just an anomalous login that was carried out by a legitimate user.